Iain from RTO here. Welcome to another Picks and Mix. And this week we're going to take a wander down the Sidewalk, which means we are in America for their top 10 of this day. 9th of March 1969. 54 years ago. Wow. And it was a Sunday in 1969. President was Richard Nixon, and he'd only been president since January the 20th, so he was in his first few months of his presidency. Not much happened that day, really. Riyadh, the chief of staff of the Egyptian army, died, and Richard Crane, who was an American character actor in Surfside 6, Rocky Jones and Space Ranger, died of a heart attack. We was in the Generation X. It was the year of the rooster, or the star sign. If you're born today, is Pisces, so it is your birthday today. Happy birthday. So this was the... So if you was born in 1969, this is what your top 10 was on your day of when you were born. But if you want your Pacific birthday, I do a thing. If you let me know your date of birth, I will do your top 10 from that year you was born. I've got 2 coming up next week. So let's have a look at the top 10 then, 54 years ago today. So at number 10, down 4 places, is a track called This Magic Moment by Jay and the Americans. Now this is an American band that never released a single in the UK. This actually peaked at number 6 and was on its way down the charts. Don't know much about this band at all. I've listened to it a few times, this song, and it's just a bog standard 1969 American pop song. Bit middle of the road for me. It's not too bad. Don't mind that one. Okay, number 9. Now this has come up a massive 11 places, and it's Time of Season by the Zombies. Featured this an out track off their album Odyssey and Oracle, which we featured on the classic album, if you remember. Never released here in the UK, but finally reached number 3 on the Billboard. So it was on its way up to number 3. I do like this song. I never really understood why it never was popular over here, but the album's popular over here. Okay, number 8, up 2 places. Indian Giver by the 1910 Fruit Gun Company. Now, the only thing I know about these is the only song they released in the UK, and it's Simple Simon Says. Put your hands in the air. How could not? This song's a lot better, but here in Britain we thought Simon Says was the bee's knees, which got to number 2 in 1967. I don't know how. This peaked at number 5 and it got to number 5 in Australia, and number 1 in Canada. But in here in the Britain, no, we didn't want this. We would stick with our Simon Says. It's okay. It's a lot better than Simon Says, but I just don't understand why this was never released in the UK, because it's certainly a better song. Okay then. Number 7, we got a non-mover, and it was from Dionne Warwick. This Girl's in Love with You. Song written by Burt Bacharach and Hal David. Recorded first by Albert on his Tijuana Brass. Again, this was the highest position this got to in America. Again, it was never released as a single, but it is one of Burt Bacharach's finest songs. It's a really good version of this song. I like this song. I mean, Dionne Warwick, great singer, certainly a better singer than a first cousin Whitney Houston. Yes. Number 6 then, down one place, we've got Crimson and Clover from Tommy James and the Chantels. This was, of course, was a former number 1 in February of '69 and in 400 other countries. This single actually sold 5 million copies. Again, I don't know much about this song because it was never released over here, but I love the groovy bass lines and the guitar riffs in this. Pretty good track. Number 5, and this was up 12 places. Traces, the Classics 4, featuring Dennis Yost. This finally peaked at number 2. Do you know, I'd never heard this band or this song until I put together this top 10. But it's got to be as dreary as the Walker Brothers, but I never did. Nothing for me, I'm sorry to say. Number 4 then, down one place. Got a song from the Foundations, and it's Build Me Up Buttercup. Huge hit for them. Got to number 2 here in the UK, number 3 in Ireland, and peaked at number 3 on the US Billboard, number 1 in Australia and Canada. Got re-released in 1998 in the UK, and it was in the film There's Something About Mary. You remember at the end of the movie the whole cast mime to this, which is absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's a great song anyway, but I think the cast had a lot of fun doing this. Great little tune. Okay, number 3 was down 2 places, so it was last week's number 1, and this was Everyday People by Sly and the Family Stone, another big hit. Actually got to number 36 in the UK, but their biggest single in the UK was Dance to the Music, of course, in 1967. Love this song. I'm quite a fan of Sly and the Family Stone. I think they've made some really good songs in the 60s. That real pop funky sound. Great track. Really like that one. Okay, number 2, we got a non-mover from the brilliant Creedence Clearwater Revival, Proud Mary. Big hit all over the world, of course. Number 1. Got to number 1 in Austria and got to number 8 in the UK. It's an absolute classic. Loads of people have recorded it, including Status Quo. One of the better tracks on one of their cover albums. I actually saw them do that live as well. But yeah, it's a great track. I love that track. So, number 1 on the 9th of March 1969 in America, up 3 places, Dizzy by Tommy Roe. Big hit, number 1 in the UK as well. And it's a double number 1 here in the UK. But it was released in 1999 by Vic Reeves. He's an actor as well, whose real name is Jim Moyer. He did a lot of work with Bob Mortimer. I love this song. It's quite a hippie sort of song. Tommy Roe, though, is also known for the hit Sheila, of course. But I love this song. It's one of them great 60s songs. So there we are. The top 10 from that day. So that's all for today with the shows, but I'll be here tonight at 8 PM with a very different live stream. If you haven't watched any of the others or the little message, poor old Mastermind Dive had a stroke on Monday. he's doing okay, but there will be a full report on Dave tonight at 8 p.m. So if you want to know how Dave is, check out the live stream or come and join us from 8 p.m. I'm sure he'll be watching. I have spoken to him, and he's still watching stuff, although he won't be doing much else, but he's still watching and looking to see what everyone's up to. So I'll see you later. Tomorrow is live album ranking, and again it's a little bit different. I was going through my live albums, and I was thinking there's a lot of live albums that there's only one from an artist. So I've put together my 1F albums, and we got a brand new album review as well tomorrow, and it is Rick Wakeman's A Gallery of the Imagination. So lots to look forward to tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. If you can stay in if you're in the UK, because it looks so miserable out here. I've got to try and entice Rocky to go out. I mean, I've cleared the snow a bit so he can do what he needs to, because he's got so little legs. It's coming out, all the snow's around his belly, poor chap. So put his coat on when we go for a walk. I'm going to stop rambling now, so I will see you all tonight at 8 p.m. Bye for now.